The NBA world was rocked by the unexpected trade of Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. This monumental move, which occurred over 2 weeks ago, continues to be the primary topic of discussion across the league. The trade, involving one of the NBA's most promising young talents, has sparked intense reactions from players, analysts, and fans alike. Vince Carter, a Basketball Hall of Famer, shared his thoughts on the blockbuster trade. Carter stated, "It's perfect timing, I think, for this to happen because what we've said over the past couple years is, will LeBron allow AD to be AD? The alpha dog won, the go-to guy, so he's in a place where he is now allowed that, and look at Anthony Davis."
If you would, it's perfect timing, I think, for this to happen because what we've said over the past couple of years is, will LeBron allow AD to be AD? The alpha dog won, the go-to guy. So he's in a place where he is now allowed that, and look at Anthony Davis. Well, here's another guy who's very capable, and I think
Carter's analysis delved into the potential impact on LeBron James, saying Luka can actually make LeBron better because of his ability. A LeBron getting the ball with a live dribble, that's insane, or vice versa. Now, next level, allowing LeBron to be himself, but he doesn't have to be that go-to guy now.
Luka can actually make LeBron better because of his ability.
Right.
A LeBron getting the ball with a live dribble, like that's insane, and or vice versa. Because you can play, okay, your turn, my turn to lead the team. And I think this is now next level, allowing LeBron to be himself, but he doesn't have to be that go-to guy now.
Since the trade, the Lakers have played 2 games with Doncic in their lineup, resulting in a 1-1 record. During this brief period, the 25-year-old Slovenian has averaged 15.0 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.0 assists per game. His shooting percentages stand at 40.7% from the field and 26.7% from three-point range. It is anticipated that Doncic and the Lakers will require time to fully adjust to each other. However, there is a widespread belief that the Lakers now possess a roster capable of making a significant postseason run. The Lakers currently hold the 5th seed in the Western Conference with a 32-20 record in their first 52 games of the season. This positioning sets the stage for an intriguing second half of the season as the team integrates Doncic into their system. Jalen Brunson, a former Dallas Maverick and current New York Knick, expressed his astonishment at the trade. On his podcast, Brunson referred to the move as a head-scratcher, stating, "Doncic even said he thought it was a joke." It's a head-scratcher. It's a head-scratcher not because of Anthony Davis going to the Mavs. It's a head-scratcher of how it all went down.
Yeah, he even said he thought it was a joke. It's a head-scratcher. It's a head-scratcher because it's not because, like, obviously AD going to the Mavs. No, that's like, it's a head-scratcher of how it all went down. Like, I never thought Luka would get traded.
Brunson further added, "I never thought Luka would get traded without him asking for one. I never thought he'd get offered first." Brunson also provided insight into the emotional impact on Mavericks fans. He explained, "I feel like the Mavs fans have invested their hearts and souls into Luka since day one. When Luka got there, that's their guy. Everyone's like, Luka's the man. This is what we're going to do for him. We're going to surround him in this city with love and respect." He had that for the last 6 years. I saw a person say, "I don't care if they win or not. Emotionally, I'm not invested anymore." Like, damn.
Luka's still untouchable. I know he just got traded, but
he got touched.
Literally,
he got touched. They just
He got touched.
But they just found their guy for the next decade.
Yeah. So who'd you say? You said what? You said Wemby, Jokic, SGA. Was there a fourth or no? I have a fourth.
Jay?
Who's the fourth?
Oh, sorry,
I said Jay.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is untouchable.
He got that.
I guess anyone with a no trade clause.
He's not getting touched unless he wants to be touched.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Brunson reflected on his time with the Mavericks, noting that he was part of the early days of Doncic's tenure with the team, along with former Maverick and current Celtics champion Kristaps Porzingis. He speculated that if that core had remained intact, it's possible Doncic would never have been traded, and they could have brought a championship to Dallas. Oklahoma City Thunder star Jalen Williams, making his debut All-Star appearance this season, shared his reaction to the trade. Williams stated, "Probably had the same reaction as all of you. It's one of those trades that never happens or you thought would happen." His words echoed the widespread disbelief within the NBA community when the trade was announced. The acquisition of Doncic by the Lakers presents an exciting future beyond LeBron James. At just 25 years old, Doncic is considered one of the most dynamic and talented players in the league. His addition allows the Lakers to build around him once James eventually steps away from the game. Doncic's exceptional scoring ability, playmaking skills, and high basketball IQ make him an ideal centerpiece for a championship-caliber team. The pairing of Doncic and James on the same team is viewed as a formidable prospect for the rest of the NBA. Their complementary skills have the potential to create an unstoppable duo. While James is renowned for his leadership, versatility, and basketball intellect, Doncic brings a combination of scoring prowess, vision, and maturity beyond his years. Together, they have the capacity to elevate the Lakers to new heights, with Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura rounding out a formidable supporting cast. San Antonio Spurs' Victor Wembanyama shared his thoughts on the trade ahead of the 2025 NBA All-Star Game. Wembanyama stated, "I've watched games of both the Lakers and Mavs ever since it happened. But what I remember from it, what really strikes me is how the Mavs fans are hurting, how they feel. It's really something that I think was a really strong emotion. But otherwise, I think the Mavs are still contenders. The Lakers are contenders. It's very competitive." Wembanyama further added, "They traded for very good players. It's interesting, we'll see how it goes, but in 2 weeks after, it's still the craziest trade I've ever seen." The first-time NBA All-Star acknowledged that when healthy, Anthony Davis is undoubtedly one of the best two-way stars in the league. Consequently, Wembanyama views the trade as somewhat balanced, despite its unexpected nature. Denver Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic shared similar sentiments regarding the trade. Jokic stated, "I kind of think both teams win. I think maybe in my opinion, of course, I think Luka is a generational player, generational talent. I'm not saying that AD is not. I'm just saying that Luka is somebody that did we see someone like this before, who is affecting the game on so many levels, so many possessions. He was building something there." Jokic also reflected on the broader implications of the trade, saying, "I think he was hurt but I think it's good because then people and players are going to take more seriously. I think a trade is not such a big thing, but if you trade someone like that, I think it becomes a little bit of a big thing, and maybe players become a little bit serious about it." Kevin Durant, known for his experience with super teams, provided insight into the dynamics between LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Durant stated, "I think LeBron is secure in his game in what he brings to the table, so that makes him a great teammate. He welcomes guys with open arms when they come to his team. He doesn't feel like he has to do much to make guys comfortable. He just plays his game and fits with anybody. He can play off any player. Smart and experienced, it will work." Durant further added, "You have talented, high IQ guys. It will take some time, obviously, to iron out the kinks, but in the long run, I think they will be pretty sweet together." The trade has also had ripple effects across the league. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green called the Doncic trade 1,000% a collective bargaining issue. Green expressed concern about the second tax apron, stating, "You're going to see more of that. It's an issue for players and it's an issue for owners. It's an issue for everybody. It's wrong for everybody." When asked what will happen in 2029 if the NBPA tries to rescind the second tax apron, Green told SBJ, "The players will lose." NBA Commissioner Adam Silver addressed the trade during an All-Star Weekend press conference. Silver said, "In terms of anger with the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. Dallas was in the finals last year. I've also said this before, I like Luka very much." It seems genuinely, truly authentic that he was stunned and disappointed. You could see it in his body language.
And in terms of anger at the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. I mean, Dallas was in the finals last year, and I've also said this before. I like Luka very much. I've known him since the day he came. I actually met him before he came into this league when he was at Real Madrid when we were over there, playing a preseason game. And it seems genuinely truly authentic that he was stunned and disappointed. You could see it in his body language.
Silver also expressed sympathy for the Mavericks organization, stating, "Having said all that, I also am sympathetic to the Mavericks organization. I've known Nico Harrison for a long time from his prior tenure at Nike, and I've gotten to be close to Patrick Dumont, our new governor in Dallas. I can say one thing for sure. Whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade, they did what they thought was in the best interest of their organization."
Having said all that, I also am sympathetic to the Mavericks organization. I mean, I've known Nico Harrison for a long time from his prior tenure at Nike, and I've gotten to be close to Patrick Dumont, our new governor in Dallas. I can say one thing for sure: whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade, they did what they thought was in the best interest of their organization.
The commissioner addressed rumors about ulterior motives behind the trade, saying, "I have absolutely no knowledge or belief that there were any ulterior motives. There's no doubt in my mind that the Dumont-Adelson family bought that team to keep it in Dallas."
I have absolutely no knowledge or believe there were any ulterior motives. There's no doubt in my mind that the Dumont-Adelson families bought that team to keep it in Dallas.
Silver also noted that he, like everyone else, was unaware of the bombshell trade ahead of time and followed it like a fan.